Well, hello, good evening, everybody. This is your friendly tanker here, QMJ, with a first video, and I guess I could say introduction to Tank Company. Being a former blitzer myself, of course, I had to try this game out, and I guess without further ado, let's kind of get into it. Well, I already did all the intro and stuff, which I would highly suggest you I guess you can call it the new player extended training, because it does give you, a little bit of detail into how the game works and everything. So, Tank Company loading, which actually doesn't take that much to load. I'm going to be honest. Now, let's get into it. No, let's just go. So, Tank Company, when you first start up, you have the screen is definitely different. The main screen is different from Blitz, but not unmanageable. So obviously you can have, let's see, your profile up here. Hey, look at me, this guy. 180 battles, nothing crazy, but hey, it's only been like just over a week. Your work also, I guess let's get into. Well, you see my T20 right here. Yeah, boy. What to do to beginning? One. Very vital part, and let's get into this first off. This is the research boost. Now, when you first actually begin a grind, you're going to get a full selection of multiple tier 8 tanks that you can try to work yourself to. I chose the M48 patent. Why? Because I felt like it, which I found to be very beneficial later on. And obviously, see, I'm on the T20, so tier 5 is where I am at. But yeah, the missions are basically the same. Do X amount of kills, X amount of wins, and yada yada yada. Anyway, but you get free XP or global XP every time you complete the mission to the right. The middle one is just, do 5 battles, and you get that amount of XP towards the grind, and the other one, I'm not exactly sure how it works, because I thought you could select it, but hey, still things to figure out with this game. Now, mind you, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, because, especially for iOS users, whenever they can join, hopefully soon, we need some more, real players going. One event they have running now, you first start, that, again, I'm not sure when, how long this is going to last from when you first start, but you can try to get yourself a tier 4 premium tank, the Tiger 131. And pretty decent, okay tank overall. But you complete one mission each day, so you don't do this all in consecutive order. That's why I'm only here, and I haven't even played today because I was doing some work helping my brother-in-law and making some extra money, because who can't use that? But they give little rewards each day. 50,000 silver, AK or credit silver, whichever. Some free XP. There's one give you VIP or premium time. Yeah, so pretty decent overall rewards. This one's gonna give me the equipment piece, which, God, I don't know if I'm gonna use it, because, well, I don't find that piece of equipment very useful. The 8-day sign-in, which I have already done, you get a free premium elf as well. The M4A1, which is literally just a M3 Sherman, but premium. And your research benefits, or as you move up tiers, you can, each time you get to the next tier up, you get rewards for it. These wrenches, which is really just a kit to remove equipment from your tank. For those who are familiar with World of Tanks PC, which I am re-familiarizing now, this is literally just, essentially, it's somewhat copycat World of Tanks PC on a phone, which I'm gonna tell you, I don't mind. I really like it. I'm enjoying my experience so far. So initially, what do you want to grind? Well, when you're choose, I'd say choose wisely. Now let's start with the brand who makes this. China. Obviously, they have your typical Chinese tanks. They have the Type 62G as your tier 8, which is, it's a light tank. It's got pretty good pen, decent pen, good, alpha. Not a lot of hit points, but typical Chinese copy paste. Not so great gun depression, which, and then the Wheezy 121, which has 2 guns. How? Wow! 273 pen. Holy crap. But it only has 5 degrees of gun depression, I think. So, let's go over to your Russian tanks, which is, of course, you got you have the Object 934, not your T100 LT, OP light tank, but then come down to the T62M, IS-7. There's 2 slots open below that, which is to be determined Russian heavies, which is, I don't know if that's going to be the Chinese ones that got covered. Probably not. TBD. But then the IS-4, IS-6, IS-4, 268. Obviously, we all know that one. The 120, I'm not super familiar with. It's your less armored counterpart and tank destroyer, glass cannon, and of course, why not have artillery? Why not? Artillery. Who thought of thunk? German. Come over here. They have a German light tank as a tier 8, TH301, which is after the RU251. Of course, you have to have the Leo 1, the E100, the Moose. And mind you, the E100, if you didn't notice, has the mouse turret. Because when it was initially being designed, it had the mouse turret as its initial turret. Anyway, the Jagdpanzer E100, which also is different. And I think, if I'm correct on this is the Jagdpanzer E100 Crocodile variant, with the uppercase being at the front, which might be a lot stronger. And of course, your German SPD, which, artillery. And my branch I started with. Why? Because America. Not really. They all have gun depression, and I wanted something that was, I guess, simpler. And so I started, American line. Because, I chose Patton because I wanted to try mobility to start off with. Being experienced with Blitz, I figured I can try it out. Let's see how this goes. So, Patton's pretty good. Pretty decent hold down. But here's what I also discovered. Or what I also just kind of accidentally ran into. Let's say you go to the Gen 4 Jumbo. What can you do here? Well, let's see. You grind the Jumbo up to the T20. But you have to grind the Jumbo for the M6. If you use the research boost, which you get additional XP per game up the line, and once you get through said tank, such as the Jumbo, you will no longer get boosted experience for that tank. So you don't get that. So what I did over here at the T20 is I decided, let's do the T69 first. T69 then goes up to your T58, which is, I guess, it looks like the T57 counterpart to Watt, and then obviously the Patton. So I did the T69 first. Now, if you see, it's highlighted on the Pershing, Patton, and 48 Patton. You see it glowing because I'm still getting the boosted XP for those tanks. So essentially, if you take a course like this, you can get the M6 faster and then work your way up to the T20 faster. So you can grind out 2 additional lines to this line, the Patton line, faster, simply because of the boosted XP. Now, mind you, if you wanted to go, let's say, to the T58, then you can do that. You have to go through the Jumbo, but you choose that line, get to the Jumbo, get the M6, and then jump to the T20, T69, T54A1, which is a heavy tank in this game, and up to T57. I think I just personally, smart choice, because you can grind out 3 lines so much faster than you could normally. And these are realistically easier tanks to play. They have great turrets. Americans are known for really a lot. Not a lot. Normally, gun depression. They all have gun depression and really nice turrets. So that's why it's easier to grind. Something that where in a game you don't totally know, maps you don't know, as long as you understand you can peek over a hill and not get penned in return, you can have an easier time easing your way into it until you understand the areas that are, well, less gun depression heavy, more side scrape and all that, yada yada, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna have your normal, your suggestions like T62 because OP Russian, and IS7, IS4 more forgiving, more armor. 268's got more armor, but and it's mobile, so like you're gonna have your normal do the Russians because Russia and it's so good, and Germans because E100 is obviously the greatest. But I don't know. I just chose the Americans. I figured, especially after I saw how you can basically grind out 3 lines a lot faster than you could otherwise, I figured they'd be a smart choice. Either way. Tank Company. So that's choosing a line to grind. Now, obviously, this is not the most noob friendly in terms of armor, but I'll tell you what. Now, let's show you, let's show the companies. The shop. Well, there's missions too. Daily missions, obviously you can get into that, get these crates, and get, they can get a bunch of free XP and all that stuff. This one, you can get some free XP at the bottom here. You participate in battle, top 3 for basic XP, all, typical stuff. Nothing crazy to get into. An event they have going on. Ooh, I need to go back and find out. Where are you going? Where did you go? It's in here. Nope. Yeah. Yes. Okay, right here. The Weekend Carnival event. Now, this is just, whatever. This is just the weekend, I suppose. Which is okay. I mean, you get some, additional boosted XP boosters and stuff. Win some matches, and you can get some other stuff. Super fun. Limited time event. Now, here's something interesting if you start now. This is for the upcoming Chinese heavy tank line they're going to be introducing sometime soon here. So this line itself, you can participate in battles, win 3, participate in 3, and you get these little tokens, and these little tokens you get over to the exchange where you can exchange them out for, let's say this is a silver discount off of the tier 8 Chinese heavy. Very interesting, kind of nice little event, helps you out. So if you wanted to grind that line anyway. So getting started, I mean, if you played Blitz, if you played Watt PC, it's very similar. The only difference between Blitz is, basically there's more tanks, and honestly, it's more balanced. Well, and what is the point? My videos. What is the point of showing a video if we're not going to show a replay? So here's the last game I played in the T20. And while this recording is loading, I will, kind of go over how the differences between Blitz and Tank Company myself, and what I've really noticed. Well, they fixed one thing. There was a seen before spotted mechanic, which does exist, and it does exist in, let's say, Blitz, but it's in realistic mode, where you'll see a tank not necessarily spotted until it gets into spotting range. I don't know exactly how that works or why it is like that, especially because, realistic mode's so weird. But yeah, so there is that mechanic. It's not only in spotting range, not past spotting range, so you have to be within your ability to be spotted as well to shoot at them. But you can see that. It's you might actually see that. Will see that in this battle. It's 15 on 15, not 7 on 7. That's obvious. But if you look up at the top, right along each team, you are shown hit points. But also, you'll notice that one team has 1 light tank, 9 medium tanks, 4 heavy tanks, 1 tank destroyer. So does the other team. these teams, by tank class, are balanced. Balanced. There's no disparity. There's no, well, one team gets this and one team gets that. There's no one team gets 2 tier 10 medium tanks and the other team gets 1 tier 9 light tank. You know, very fair and balanced, things like that. The maps, you know, obviously a lot bigger in Tank Company, which is good and bad at the same time. Because there's more to explore, but there's also more opportunity. Which, I mean, I guess it's one of the same. Yes, very good brain thinking. Yes, ADHD showing its great strengths. Spotting, I'm not. I mean, it's. I don't know if it's. Well, there's that spot before. Oh boy. Oh, here's another difference. The consumables. No, there is no consumables. There are only your, like I said, consumables. But it's just repair, fire extinguisher, blah blah blah. There's 3 different levels of consumables. These consumables, the ones I'm running now, only repair one module and 1 crew member at a time. So you have to choose, if you're in a sticky spot, you have to be able to know which one you need the most or which one you would prefer to have. Let's say if your gunner and your commander are both taken out, you have to pick one. So which one do you want? Now obviously you'll have more later, and which is, I'm sure for higher tiers you'll get that, but you know, there's another difference. That it's not your typical repair kit where it's like, well, it either fixes everything or nothing. Or it fixes everything. It doesn't have, like, they don't have that in this game. Like, it's just the one. So, yeah, I mean, I'll think of more as we keep going. But, oh, there's no armor highlighting, such as Blitz does have. So, if you are absolutely 100% new to this game, if you come up with anything armored and you don't know armor layouts, you are going to struggle greatly. Which is why there might seem to be so many bots besides their names. Oh, mine. It's like AI decided they're going to have a oh my god, I can't believe some of the names. Our friendly T-34. Silent Brenda. Like, what AI system came up with these freaking names? Anyway, it's obvious there's bots. Which is, you mean, they got to fill rosters, and it's good, it's bad. I mean, in Blitz, you might as well say they have bots. Because, you know, but at least it's somewhat balanced in a way, because at least you can say that both teams has the same amount of bots. Oh boy. Anyway. Oh, the map size advantage would be, there is an advantage with that. The advantage is that if you're in a mobile tank, that's why I started with mobile tanks, you have an advantage in being able to run away. And also why gun depression, because tanks with gun depression are going to have a bit of an easier time in terms of actually peeking, pulling back into cover a lot more easily. But yeah, so some differences, some similarities, but both, honestly, they're going to have their niche differences that are going to make them stand out from each other. And I don't see that to be a problem. I actually see that to be an advantage, because I think there's a place for both. If you really like the higher fast pace, the Blitz, the 7-on-7 idea, I say go for it. I think that'd be more fun if you like that. But if you want the 15-on-15, larger maps, more drawn out, play Tank Company. Play both, try it out, see which one you like more. Regardless, so here I have found myself in a 1 versus 4. This is not a good situation to be in. Oh god, that shot was so high. Oh, dispersion moments. But so I'm in a tank. I have more view range than my heavy counterparts, since I went on heavy medium side on Sicily, as you will see. Leading the shot. Excellent. Here comes an IS. Oh, here's another main difference, and where you have to really think ahead. What are you facing? Because you notice I had to switch to premium rounds, but you cannot switch willy-nilly between rounds. So if you chose HE, guess what you're stuck with? HE. If you chose Pramo, guess what you're stuck with? If you have AP, yeah, you can't pen a target. You can't just reload and just switch over and well, I'm going to pen you now. So there's a little bit more strategic thinking with ammo and how you're using it in the midst of battle. So, yeah. Oh, and here comes IS coming around. By the way, that is a premium vehicle here, not a tech tree. That guy is very good. Oh, and there's a KV3 slamming me, probably with the low roll or high roll on the... Nope, that's definitely the 107. So, using the bushes to my advantage, seeing where this dude's going, we're just gonna kind of hug around this tank and utilize the cover that I have. And watch this man just like, okay, not spotted. Excellent. And fire gun! Not spotted. And, oh, we are spotted. But, again, I am not a large target as long as I only poke just enough. And that ricochets, and I think I don't switch premium yet. Not yet. No premium yet. But it does get quite stressful. And again, I'm just kind of like trying to stay hugged up against this because I'm one shot. And that shot rolls low, which was quite unfortunate. But I switched to the Pramo rounds because this is... I gotta pen this guy. Oh my lord. Oh, tracked him anyway. Oh boy. This guy could be a bot, could not be a bot. I'm not very sure. It's, what is it? Our gray program. Yeah, he's definitely a bot. Because he should have shot me at that point. Oh, he tried, and he missed badly. Good job, bot. Well, cool. 3.6k. And now we're going to kind of push up and hopefully find this tank destroyer. And I didn't know, like, is he AFK? What is he? Because I haven't seen him on the map. Oh, that's because he's at the flag. Oh. And he has been shot, but I didn't know if he's AFK or not. Because, again, he has been shot, which could assume he has been active, but after kind of, he's not. Okay, well, let's just keep going. All right, so this, this is not a very common thing. I don't know what this guy's name is, but he's gonna die. He's gonna die. You're gonna die, bro. So yeah, yeah, that was about a 10-minute game. 10 minutes, you know, out of a 15-minute match. Yeah, pretty decent battle there, and that was a 2 mark. You notice I got 2 marks on my barrel. They don't look the greatest. But I don't run this game on super high resolution because I like performance over prettiness. My phone can't handle that. It's not super high tech. But regardless, so yeah, that is yeah, that's a little short view on 2 Tank Company, maybe a little advice on where to start. So if you guys, you know, really if you enjoyed this video, yeah, like and potentially subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you know, I don't see a lot of people posting anything in Tank Company, and maybe I can help fill that void. So if you could, give a like, share it up, and I'll let everyone know. If you don't like anything I just said, obviously let me know and tell me what I could do differently. If you loved it, tell me. Cool. You guys have yourself a great day, night, morning, however you have watched, whenever you have watched. Goodbye.